I observed my way on Twitter and was doing a lot of hemming and hawing. So hopefully, I wanted to come back to it and be a little bit more clear. The person that I was engaging with, Jay, basically ignored the points that I was making about woke leftism being about white guilt and primarily black racial vendetta. That's just you know I mean that's what it promotes, and then again it's very authoritarian. It's been taken over by moral authoritarians who will seek to hurt you and harm you. Uh, Particularly white women are particularly involved in the woke movement, and they are without mercy or empathy. I have a few evidence of that, how far they'll go and how vicious they'll be. And again, I was on a show, Chaotic, and I mentioned this also that, the same thing that I said before woke leftism is about white guilt and black racial vendetta. And one of the women said, "Are you victim blaming?" Kind of downplaying it. And then she kind of acknowledged certain aspects. But she was really angry that I said that. And the one thing that will happen when you speak a truth that is unpopular at the time, people will strive to, to cut you down and belittle the truth because it's very hard at times for people to handle. And I'll just end on this. Even conservatives tend to have a level of white guilt and want to downplay certain things. I believe it was a CHP officer that was murdered. I think he was a CHP officer. Uh, the daughter went and spoke and said it's not about race, and she mentioned culture, but that's one thing. But again, uh, and I don't know if they said any racial epithets, but to think that again the racial vendetta mindset doesn't exist, and that there are people out there that will murder you is just dishonest, and it's trying to make things downplay things. And this only one group does this, by the way. All of the groups are aware when people hate them, you know, and you certainly should be aware of it. And it's against nature, and it's not intelligent. To not acknowledge certain things is not intelligent. It's ignorant. It's being willfully ignorant and think because you're doing it for the greater good. And you know, again, you may get hurt for speaking reality and truth, but it's still reality and truth, and not being fake and phony. Again, some conservatives, even Trump had his crime reform, and then he also blamed Biden for the crime bill, which had bipartisan support and lowered criminal activity. Uh, Again, today the civil rights movement protects, defends, and champions blacks who are degenerates, who are vile, who are basically uh, criminal degenerates. And yeah, that's just kind of the truth. And not to say that would be dishonest. It's not, my truth. It's in my opinion, absolute truth. Prove me wrong. You know, prove me wrong that the civil rights movement, any civil rights movement, whether it's new or not, they champion uh, black criminal degenerates. And then you can't say anything about these degenerates, and you can't say anything about the racial abuse against you. It's really Like I say, they'll belittle it and you go, "Are you victim blaming? You you have no right to victim blame. It's kind of like they're playing games with you." But anyway, this has been Brian with Transparency and Merit. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below.